Hello, and thank you for plugging into the outlets. Welcome to our podcast. We're just a couple of friends talking about stuff in general, I suppose. We've got big plans for this spot, and we're just going to go into introducing ourselves. I'm Nate. I'm a currently undecided major, but I'm planning on majoring in sound engineering to further a dream of acting and music. Tony?
Hey, what's poppin'? I'm Tony. I'm currently a physics major, attending Rutgers. I'm a third year, going in third year. I'm a bit of the funny guy around here, kind of the cool kid. I got long hair, so you can see it in my profile picture. I'm a bit of a cool guy, but yeah, that's about it for me. I'm not very interesting.
What's up, guys? It's Frankie here, but these fellas call me Frank. I'm currently majoring in business, going on my third year. Really excited to go on with this podcast, and I'm a bit of a muscle man myself.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean. I am in between colleges right now because I am changing to a sports management major, and I am doing that because I have a love for sports and I want to make that a career. But I'm also really excited to be starting this podcast with all my friends, and we hope that you'll enjoy.
Yo. I'm Danny. I'm a sociology major going into my third year, and my only personality trait is I'm Tony's roommate.
Yeah.
So my name is Conrad, and I am the only one who is not going to school because I made poor decisions. But I am trying to be a movie director or go into maybe movie critiquing or somewhere in the industry of that nature. And I am known for being the wild card and generally also being the least educated of the group. But that doesn't mean that I can't be a little funny sometimes.
Yeah,
I'd say
He's
you're
pretty
also
quirky guy as well.
We also want to mention that there are going to be other people joining us on the podcast. We have a few friends who want to join but don't want to join quite yet due to the fact that we are not recording this in person yet. It's online, so it makes it a little difficult for some people to join in with us.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, we're going to jump into some icebreakers, and we're going to have Tony start us off. Go ahead, bud.
Hey. So, I know you guys, but I feel like I've never really asked this question, and that's, what is your lifelong dream? Just goals in general. What are you shooting for right now?
To keep being your roommate.
Well, my life, I don't feel like I have one specific dream. More so, that's like a broad dream, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Ultimately, I want to be an actor, but I don't want to be tied down to sort of one specific goal. I would like to be a sort of jack of all trades. By all trades, I mean two: acting and music. So right now, it's just being happy. It's my dream.
Dude, that's a pretty good dream.
I just want to be happy, man.
Yeah, what about you, Frank?
You want to answer, Frank?
Well, personally, I'm looking to compete in some kind of weightlifting sport, whether it be powerlifting, bodybuilding. As you know, my major is business, so I would really love to start my own business, whether it be starting a gym or something of that nature. And hopefully, this is a bit of like a long shot dream, but to be a content creator, and that's one of the reasons I'm joined in on this podcast right now. So yeah,
dude, epic, bro.
Right at the beginning.
As far as lifelong dreams go, I think in the short term, it really is just to graduate college because, that's kind of what will get me started on my path. But as far as like long term in life, I really want to manage a professional soccer team, whether that be in the US or somewhere abroad, specifically England, just because I love the Premier League. but I really just want like freedom, financial freedom. Really, I want to travel and not be tied down to a desk at a 9 to 5 job.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Feel that.
I definitely feel that. Yeah, like in terms of lifelong dream, I don't know. Yeah, like I'm just like I just want to keep getting through life. Like I just kind of I plan my life like not that far ahead. I just try to get through one task and then the other. But I guess it's like lifelong dream. I always talk about owning a bar. I think that would be a really cool thing to do.
Dude, I'll be your first hire. You got me right here.
Oh, you're on a waiting
I'll
list.
make the
Yeah, dude, I'll wash the
Yeah.
toilets.
Oh, I'll work for you.
Yeah, put me up at the top. I'm your roommate.
Dude, again,
I'm
if you
first
do
hire.
let me have a place to live, you're definitely. I'll live in the bar.
Heck yeah,
Bro, just let me clean the toilets.
Dude,
Just
I
let me
got
clean the
that, bro.
toilets.
We'll all
Toilets are
have
always
menial tasks.
We can teamwork it. That's my real dream, is to clean Danny's toilets.
So, in terms of lifelong dreams, I have like kind of two different answers for that.
Okay.
As like a more specific thing in terms of making something, I'd like to put my brain on a screen. I'd love to make a film that really
I got concerned for a
shows
sec.
what. I'd really like to make a film that I don't have to serve any kind of agenda, or I don't have to listen to some kind of producer, but something that's inherently just my idea. Just something. It doesn't really matter what the subject matter is to me, as long as I can say that it's truly mine. And other than that, not being so specific, just being in a place of peace at some point in my life, and just kind of taking it easy, not really worrying about everything.
Okay.
Me and Conrad's dreams kind of coincide. Put me in your movies.
What, to be
Yeah,
happy
dude.
and to... Oh, no, the movies, yeah.
No.
You know what I said?
I will clean the toilets on your set.
You just want to be a janitor? Is that your dream? Are you hiding this from us?
Yeah, but Conrad, what kind of
Yeah, so I've been
kind of
keeping
movie
this
do you
one a
wanna
secret
make?
for a long time. That's my dream.
What kind of movie do I want to make?
Yeah, what kind of movie are you looking to make?
I'd like to, honestly, I really like superhero movies, but I don't feel like there's enough diversity in the kinds of superhero movies there are. Like, you
Okay.
can do so much with the idea of somebody having special abilities, but it's all pretty much the same kind of movie, of just the hero's journey and fighting the bad guy at the end. So I feel like making something that's a little more abstract, something that's a little more human, that deals with personal issues and vices, but through somebody who has a certain kind of ability that might make that worse, I feel like is an interesting thing to put out there, personally.
Yeah, I like that idea. That's pretty sick.
I'd watch it.
Pretty
Can we
epic.
get like a Spider-Man 3?
Dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Alright, well, I got another question for you guys. This one might hit a little close to home, but if you were an animal, what would you be?
Fuck, dude.
What would I be or what would I want to be? Because there's two very different answers.
Yeah, that's a good question. What you want to be?
'Cause, like,
What animal do you
I
want
love
to be?
giraffes, and I would want to be a giraffe, but like giraffes are like, I don't know. I feel like I could be much cooler animals.
I want to be a dog.
Why?
Yeah, see, like that's an easy.
Nice.
What
Like,
kind? What
just
kind?
like live in luxury.
The Chihuahua.
A Shiba, because they're insane.
You would definitely be a
Okay.
Chihuahua, Nate.
Oh, Thanks.
I say that with love.
You'd be a wiener dog.
Why a
Nice.
wiener dog?
Nice. Because he's a wiener. He's mean to me.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Makes sense.
Alright. Well, for me, I'd probably be a crocodile, because they say crocodiles haven't evolved in millions of years because they don't need to. I'm joking. That's like the most douchebag answer I could have given. I would probably be like a dolphin, bro. so I
That's a
can
good
just vibe over the water. Just fucking,
That'd be sick.
just do hops out of the water, bro.
I
feel like
think that's a
dolphins
lie.
aren't very muscular though.
Yeah, I think you'd be.
Yeah,
a
they're pretty
gorilla.
beefy. Yeah, the vanilla gorilla.
An albino gorilla. That's also the dumbest of his species.
Hey man, I have a business major.
But I
I got
love
associates under my belt.
you. Yeah, you did.
I would
go
be
to
a
school,
gorilla
that's
that
fair.
opens up his own gym.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think, man, for animals, I think I'd have to put eagle at the top of that list. One, because you could fly and just see the landscape from the air. That'd be amazing. Second, because they're protected in this country, so you don't really have to worry about predators.
Yeah, we still put them in cages at zoos.
Yeah, but those are the ones that get caught because they're idiots. I
Oh,
just need to be smart.
Sean's a bit too smart to get caught.
Yeah, dude, can't clip my wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely an eagle. Just, yeah, they're pretty cool. Or a bear, but, you know, bears get shot, so that's a negative on their part.
Makes
I don't
sense.
think eagles get shot.
Well, they're protected.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean people.
They have
try to kill 'em.
privilege.
Yeah, but it's legal to kill bears.
Good point.
You ever see,
See, Nate, the
It's
an
difference
open
between a
season
bear
now?
and an eagle is that an eagle has privilege in America, so you gotta, like, bears. No one
Exactly.
cares about the bears, you know?
Bears are awesome, though. They've got super powerful noses, they can run really fast, and they can climb trees, even though it
are
seems
you
like
reading
they...
the Wikipedia page, dude? That's
No,
that,
even
that's
though
all
it seems
off the
fat.
cusp.
Dude, I really just like bears.
Bears are cool.
They look like they shouldn't be able to climb trees, but they can
Yeah.
do it astoundingly easy.
And they're cute.
But yeah, they
Have
can
you
get
seen
hunted.
Winnie the
Bro,
Pooh?
it's the fur.
They eat honey.
So
Can't
I
they
think
run like
it's-
super fast?
Yes, they
Yeah,
can.
they're
He said that.
And can
Oh,
swim.
sorry.
But they
My
can
bad.
be legally hunted. So for me, I think it's eagle.
Okay.
Bro, bears are also dummy thick. You forgot to take that.
Exactly.
Are you sure about wanting to be a giraffe, Danny?
No, again, like, see, like, I love giraffes and I would want to be one, but, like, again, there's so many better animals you can be, like dogs and birds and stuff. And also, don't, like, giraffes get, like, illegally poached, too? Like, don't they...
I mean, I think any African animal's gonna get poached
Yeah, like,
because they've got to have some value. But like, you can whack people with your neck, dude.
I could.
Ever see,
I could.
ever see giraffes fight?
I could fuck people up.
Hell yeah.
Also,
you
you'd be able to eat free lettuce anytime. Just reach
Dude,
out.
I'm always on diet season.
So is that your final answer? You want to be a giraffe?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Well, I'd be a bird. Unspecified. Maybe a blue jay. I don't know. Just a bird. I want to fly.
Yeah, Tony likes BJ's.
Yeah.
corn.
Oh yeah. By the way, I'm also called Corn. Just to kind of put that out there before.
Yeah. This is our little corn
people
boy.
try to start figuring out what corn means. But
band?
not that one. Definitely not that one.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
Maybe a bird of some sort, but honestly, the more that I think about it, I kind of want to be a sloth, just because, like,
yeah.
to be
I was
honest,
thinking the
look,
same
look,
thing for you.
there are two things, right? They can climb, right,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is super sick. I like things that climb. I'd love to be able to climb stuff like trees, but also they just look so relaxed.
Definitely.
And dude, I'm just trying to. I'm not trying to change anything.
Hold on,
like
are we
that. Let
looking
me just
for...
Dude, he's just
be a
vibing.
sloth.
Are we,
Yeah,
are
trying
we
to vibe
looking
like a
at
sloth.
current age sloth or like prehistoric sloth? Those guys
Like
are
Sid
pretty
the Sloth?
crazy.
Yeah, we talking Sid the Sloth?
No. Prehistoric sloths are too alpha. They don't just
Yeah.
chill.
Very
they
alpha.
like save babies and shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do any of that.
The
I'm trying to
stupid
hang
ice
out of the
age baby,
tree
dude.
and watch everybody else, try and figure out
So
what
you're
they're doing.
you're slow. You have to. You can't even pee up in your tree. You gotta go down to be slow as a snail, slow as a sloth rather. Climb down the tree, pee, put yourself in danger of predators.
Well, yeah, but then, like, I don't have to fill my day with anything else. I'm gonna spend the entire day just trying to do
Dude.
basic things, and then I just get to do
You're
it all
right.
again the next day.
You're spitting facts. I'll be honest.
Aren't
You're spitting.
sloths like going to stink because they're like too lazy to fuck or something?
That sounds about right.
I could imagine that.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that somewhere, but I could be totally wrong.
I could see it being right.
Right, so lazy animal. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of laziness,
For a lazy
that would tie
person.
directly into my next question. It's about
Nice.
motivation.
Smooth.
What motivates you guys? What keeps you keeping on? What
Spite.
gets you started?
Me.
Danny,
I
can we
motivate
go
me.
with your answer? I want to hear what you have to say there.
Me first?
Danny had an immediate answer. He said spite.
Oh.
I want to hear more about
said-
that.
It's not the main motivation, but spite usually when people like tell me I can't do something or like there's like a big obstacle. I'm so stubborn and like I'm gonna do it. It won't even benefit my life in any way, and I'll just like someone will tell me like that won't help. I go, you know what? Now I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it well.
I respect
Good
this.
answer.
Nice.
I motivate me. I feel like we've had conversations outside of the podcast about this before. But everything that like I do is from a place of trying to become better. So like going to therapy or something like that, it's not because like my friends or family told me to, it's because I want to, become a better person. Same thing with like whenever I need motivation to write music, it's because it makes me feel good, makes me feel better about myself. But at the same time, there are some things that are heavily motivated by like friends. So like this podcast, for example, I would definitely not really be doing anything by myself for something like this, for a YouTube channel. But with you guys all saying you want to do it, and I'm a part of that, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And every time you talk about it, I just want to do it more.
Exactly.
So me and friends, that's what keeps me going.
Hell yeah. You
Good
spittin'. You spittin', bro. Is that gonna be on your new EP?
You do be spinning.
No. It's on the second one. Go ahead, Frank. I feel like you could expand on my feelings too. With your own.
Well, I want to hear what everybody else has to say first. I asked the question, bro. I want to hear the answers.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You guys don't have to know my motivation. So I don't have to tell you.
I don't want to know
really-
about your motivation now.
Don't tell me.
Dude,
Don't tell me.
good.
I don't want to know.
Neither do
No,
the
leave me on
viewers.
the cliffhanger. Leave me on the cliffhanger. I don't want to know anymore.
But I think what motivates me really boils down to just how much I want something. So like for my lifelong goal, like I really want that. I can picture it in my head, and I just like I want that more than anything. So like that's what I want to, like what I'm going to college for. Like I just want like I wonder if you guys can relate. It's just that you can picture something in your head and you say, I want that, I'm gonna work until I have it, and you just do whatever you have to get to that point eventually.
Okay.
Yes.
I understand.
That's pretty good stuff.
Very much in agreement.
What about you, Tony?
Let's see. Well, I'm kind of very aligned with what everyone else has said already. Besides Danny, I'm not a spiteful person, so I can't really say I'm motivated by spite to do something. Also, I'm sorry about my chair squeaking if you hear that. I have a pretty shitty chair. But
Just don't move.
I'd say like a lot of my own just wants, just like what everyone else said. I motivate myself a lot. If I want to do something, or if I think something's cool or whatever, I'll push myself to try it. Like I taught myself guitar just because I wanted to. I thought it'd be fun to learn guitar. It'd be cool just to know it. So I was like, I'll do it. Why not? Friends definitely have a huge motivation over me as well. If I see my friends being motivated, or like they're really going for something, then I'll be like, I want to do something like that too then, or I'm feeling good too now, and then I'll go for it. So it depends from situation to situation, I'd say, what really motivates me.
It's fair.
Nice.
How can you not be
What about you,
motivated by
Corn?
spite?
I mean, I really, I have like two answers for this. It's like, looking at the success of other people in certain things that I want to do kind of help me, you know, like hearing the success stories of people who have made it in their fields of career and how much of a weird, windy path that a lot of those people took to kind of get where they go. It kind of reminds me, like, it's not a straightforward thing. So whatever stupid stuff is going to happen along the way, it's not, you know, that doesn't mean it's over. That just means that's how it's going to be to get where I need to go. That kind of keeps me going. And then also, like, if I'm ever really just out of line and not really knowing what I'm doing, I got like two brothers on speed dial. I can, you know, just call them up. They're like 15 years older than me. They know exactly what I'm doing and what I'm going through. So that honestly, that helps me more than anything. I can call them, get all the advice that I need, and most often than not, it's just me talking myself through my problems while talking to them, and they kind of just help me realize I got the answers. I just need a minute to figure it out. So
That's good.
So would you say that you agree with like the people around you kind of amplify your motivations as like? I feel like we kind of all came to that conclusion in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you're putting yourself around people that really make you not want to do the things that you want to do, or they make you think that you're not good enough to do something, then it's never going to happen. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know?
Yeah.
And if you put yourself around people that you feel like really bring the best out of you, then you can do anything, pretty much. So
Definitely.
Nice. All right. Well, I have a very defined stance on motivation as well. Pretty similar to you guys, but I feel like what drives me in the end of the, or not in the end of the day, every day, is like the urge for success, to amount to something, to not only do good in something but excel to the best of my ability. To make people around me, especially like my family, proud, and the fulfillment of hard work. And of course, the people around me can amplify that and really push me to do better, even if it's not direct. Like, even if I just bring up something that I want to do, if people around me are supportive, or not even supportive of it, but like just talking about it really gets me going. It's just like every single day I want to get up and get shit done, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate that to like Habitat for Humanity when we did that. You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of hard work and you're exhausted at the end of the day, but then you look back at like what you've accomplished and you're like, damn man, that feels great.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like with set crew and stage crew during the musical
Yeah, exactly.
seasons.
Yeah.
Same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Even if that was more of a joke for me.
Well, Frankie, I'm proud of you.
Dude, thank you, sir. That got really deep. Anyway,
You've got a big
I got another question for you fellas.
Okay.
I think this one will be good for the viewers. What obscure things are you into that you associate with that you might want to talk about in the future in this podcast? Whether it be a sport or a game or anything.
music, main one. You're gonna learn that I like music. That, like, I don't know, maybe album reviews with some of the boys. Tony
Be
can
fun.
talk about how the guitar sounds, and that's it.
Would you want to just be reviewing music, or would you want to produce anything for the podcast specifically?
I'll produce something for the podcast.
Nice.
That'd be sick.
I'll give little stingers in the middle of the episode.
Yeah, be like, hey editor, put in a sound now, and then it's like a.
That's how all my music sounds. What about you, Tony? Huh? What do you want to talk about?
For me, maybe not so much physics, because that's kind of boring to talk about, but philosophy would definitely be really fun to talk about with everyone. Just, like metaphysics and anything that pops up, just because those topics can cut pretty deep or have a lot of interesting insight on, and everyone can have different opinions on it and not be wrong. So it's a very open conversation. Maybe like talking about video games would be fun as well, but
You nerd.
I don't know, just talking about like topical philosophy or anything like that would be awesome.
Something
Nice.
to get into.
Deep shit.
I definitely, for something I want to do on the podcast, or just for our channel in general, I really want to do movie reviews with you, Conrad, and maybe
Yes.
anybody else that would want to jump in for an episode. But
I'd be down.
Me too.
Conrad, you and I, you more so than me, I'd say, are just like a film buff and just loves watching movies. I think if you're not watching a new show, you're watching a movie almost every day.
Yeah, every day I gotta get through that watch list. It's almost
Exactly.
350 movies. I gotta
Exactly.
get going.
God.
So I would love to just break down and talk about just anything that we've seen, or even eventually new stuff that's coming out. Talk about that
speculate.
with you. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to do that. Oh man.
What do you want to talk about, Danny?
I think just the great thing about this podcast is just like we're just all really good friends in real life, so we can just kind of talk about whatever, and we'll at least have some interest in it because we all have our different interests, but we all share similar things, so we can just kind of talk about like whatever we're like. Maybe not so now because we're in like a pandemic in this country, but like just like whatever we're doing, or just like the stuff that's happening in life, or just like current events, or just like our take on things. Just like I just think talking with the boys, like I'll just talk about anything. I don't care.
In terms of stuff that I'd like to do on here, kind of like piggybacking on what Sean said, like with movie reviews and stuff, and speculation about upcoming movies. Like we could also talk about like franchises, because franchises have been a big deal for a long time. So there's so many like different franchises to talk about in terms of either the individual movies, or how they all work as a whole, or certain movies contradicting other movies. I feel like that could be fun to do a discussion on something like like Marvel or like Terminator, kind of just going over everything for like a big podcast, or breaking stuff up if it's a lot of movies. Yeah, I feel like there's or even TV. You do like some reviews for a show if we all decide that we want to start watching a certain show, and do like an episode review on a show that we haven't seen before. I feel like that could be something interesting, and especially if it's a show that somebody listening really likes, they can get a different spin on that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we have 6 voices here, plus maybe one speakers, so we'll always have differing thoughts and opinions on stuff. So
Exactly.
Can we do an episode on Dora?
Absolutely.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'll watch
Sick.
Big
Dora.
mouth.
Big
I
mouth.
know.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Oh god.
Well,
Shoot, Frank.
I'm definitely into fitness. You guys probably could already tell by my ridiculous icon. But yeah, I definitely want to talk about that. Me and Korn could probably talk about wrestling at some point. We're both really into that.
Yeah.
Another thing that I want to do, we want to get like some kind of visual recording of the podcast going for the YouTube. As of right now, our situation is kind of preventing that, but like that, and maybe skits, or just recording anything that could be entertaining for you guys. I think the sky's the limit, really. It's just a matter of how creative we are, and we have so many people working on this together that I feel like the sky's really the limit here. And it's just a matter of like how ambitious we get with it.
What if
There's a
the
lot of stuff for
sky?
us.
What if the sky was
Exactly.
only about 10 feet tall?
Then
We're
we break it,
breaking
dude.
through the
Well,
sky.
We'll smash.
Yep, exactly. Rocket
Yeah,
ship, bro.
We'll smash the sky, dude. We're
Rocket
going
ship, bro.
So the sky isn't the limit.
Yeah, beyond the
Nope,
sky.
space.
Zach
NASA
Newman
did it, dude.
Padre.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I want to get into my first question. I want to know, what is the one thing that you guys have on your bucket list? So something you absolutely want to get done before you die.
I wouldn't
God, that's hard.
say I'd have anything on my bucket list except for one thing.
No.
Then that's your
Except-
number one.
It's my number one. It's to hug No Name the rapper, which I don't think will happen because she's not the biggest fan of white people. So
Yikes.
it might be a little rough to have that happen, but
It's the only thing you want to do before you die.
I mean, I want to do other stuff before I die, but there's nothing set in stone. That's just like the one thing I'd say is on my bucket list.
Well, all right.
You don't want to like go skydiving or anything?
No, that's
for
I
nerds.
Die. Splat on
You
the
can only
ground.
skydiving once, and that can be your last thing on your bucket list because you just don't have to bring a parachute.
Exactly.
I could just
Right?
take you indoors.
What a way to go.
I mean,
Dude, just get strong legs. You'll be fine.
I want to like release an album. There you go.
That's a good one.
It's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
How about that? I'll add it right now. Hit my bucket.
Yeah, I don't keep a bucket or a list near me at all times to
Well,
know
you
what's
should.
number one.
You should keep
But
a
I would
bucket
say-
just in case.
Yeah, maybe not a
Definitely
list, but
bucket.
definitely a bucket.
Definitely a bucket.
You know,
I
if you
actually
catch a
have-
fish, you gotta need a bucket.
Shut up.
I actually have a bucket with me.
See, Nate's prepared.
Nice.
Dude, always ready.
Oh my god.
I would say one of the main things on my mind that I want to do definitely is go to Europe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like
Where
I
at
just
in
like
Europe?
just I don't probably Italy, my maiden land. But
Nice.
but yeah, just like I don't know, just go there, see how many countries I can go to before.
Okay.
Dude, we should
Probably
go
get
together.
kicked
When
out.
in Rome, bro.
Just about anywhere is better than here for the most part.
At least right
I've
now,
been
yeah.
to.
What, in your house or where we live?
Yeah, my house.
Oh, I thought you meant
At
like
least
New
you
Jersey.
can breathe in there.
Yes, I meant New Jersey. Don't get us doxxed.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
Hey,
my
what's your
home address
again?
is.
I need it just for a personal reason.
It's a state, bro. It's so, and not only that, it's so populated. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's
You never
fine.
know.
What about you?
Yeah,
Tony?
my home address is 4.
I actually said my address here.
Oh my.
Beep that
I'm so
out.
glad this isn't live.
Gonna have to bleep that one out.
For sure.
I got a
Problem is,
10
I'm
of
such a bad
clubs
friend, I don't
and
even know if that's true or
and
not.
a 5 of jacks.
That's true.
Well,
How about you, Toe? Yeah.
yeah, we'll bring it back around. I've never written a bucket list. I never really think about the things I absolutely have to get done in my life. It's mostly just, oh yeah, that seems like it'd be fun to do, and then I go and do it or something like that. But I think releasing like a song someday would be pretty cool that I make on my own, just to be like, hey, making something on my own, that'd be fun to get out there, have some opinions on or whatever, even if it doesn't blow up, but just to say I did it and be like, I made a song that I kind of like, and that would be fun to make.
Hey Tony, let's collab.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, dude, make a theme song for the outlets.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll make
make
sure
it
to
a-
play very basic chords. I'll go like C to G to C and then just all major and make it just, welcome to the outlets, welcome to the outlets, ooh, we're the outlets.
Alright.
Dude, people
Nah,
are gonna
dude,
hear
just-
that
just-
at the start.
Yeah, just
Just play
X out
just
the
play
tab
acoustic
immediately.
sands. Just play acoustic
Oh, yeah,
sands.
I'll
We'll
just play
do that.
Sans
Yeah, because that won't get
Undertale.
copyright.
Yeah,
Make
for
it
everybody that
official.
doesn't know, this guy likes, he's a big fan of Sans Undertale. Nobody knows why. It's a dead meme.
Yeah, do
Please
I
don't
gotta
pull
grab
it
my
out.
guitar? Do I gotta go pull
No.
it?
No, don't. Yeah, how about, that's okay. Yeah.
No meaning on the podcast with that. No
Yeah.
guitar
There is
meme.
no meme. There is only podcast.
No guitar
Alright,
memes on the podcast.
Well, for my bucket list, obviously joining some kind of competition and hopefully training hard enough to place well. But I kind of already said that in the beginning, so I'll go with deep sea fishing. I'm a big fan of fishing, and I would love to catch some monsters in the ocean that I can take home and eat. That'd be sick.
What kind of monsters
get
are
a
you
shark.
looking for?
Well, obviously something that's legal to take out of the ocean and eat. Probably like big bluefish or big.
Barracuda?
Yeah, you're right. Let me catch me in great white and just get. Yeah, actually, I'll let it eat me instead. The rules will be reversed.
Yeah.
I'd probably say I'd like to go to Japan at some point. Just because.
Weeb.
I mean, it's less about the weeb shit and more about just the fact that it's such a different culture. It's like a legit opposite culture that I'm used to. That it would be like being on a different planet almost.
It would definitely be interesting.
Yeah, man.
It would be so different than what I'm used to, and I like the idea of that so much. And yeah, the foods look crazy, and I want to try them. And some of the structure in Japan look of some of the buildings, and especially like some of the older buildings. I wanna see that with my eyes at some point.
It's beautiful.
Dude, just open your eyes.
Nice. You know, they have
Go on
entire
Google Images
places
real quick.
dedicated to like video games there, so it's pretty epic.
Yeah,
They're big on
yeah,
arcades.
no, that'd be awesome.
Very large arcades over there.
Oh, dude, that'd be
Let's all go over there, and you can watch me play Galaga.
Yeah, I can't think of
Watch you
anything
lose.
more fun and less expensive to do than buy plane tickets to Japan and watch you play an arcade game that was made in the 80s.
Right? Exactly.
At least play a VR game with like anime titties in them.
Nice.
Dude, I'm down. Let's do it.
Alright, back. Sean, what's
What's
on
yours,
your
Sean?
bucket list?
Danny, did you give your answer?
I did. I
You
said
did.
Europe.
Oh, that's right. I just don't listen to you.
I know. I don't even. I just kind of say
His
stuff.
only
Most
trait is
people
that
No.
your only
I
trait's
get
that you're my roommate, so no one really cares. It's more about, you know, the big guy in charge.
I have two moods, Starbucks and Office. That's all I have.
Dude, that's a pretty good personality. I think the number one thing on my list would be to climb a mountain, something like I don't know, within the top 10 maybe that are the
Everest.
highest on Earth. Not
No.
Everest, just because
Hey, I wouldn't start off with that.
Everest is so like populated now, like in the sense that it's like
Isn't there a line to climb it?
probably
Yes.
it's so
To reach the
tourist
top.
filled at this point. Like
Oh, really?
I don't know. Everest seems kind of, I don't want to say cliche, but it kind of is.
Plus,
Yeah.
you'd just be walking past a bunch of dead bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy. Yeah, you reach
But,
about a couple thousand feet up and you start seeing frozen corpses.
But yeah, I don't want to go up with a group of 50 tourists that are all there. I want to do something a little more low key than that, but that I can do with a smaller group, like a guide and maybe if any of you or any other friends want to come.
Yeah. You already
Well,
know I'm in
dudes-
on that.
Let's go
Yeah,
climb a
dude.
I'm a
volcano.
nature guy.
Oh, dude, epic.
An active volcano. It's me and the boys just swimming in lava. Get your
Yeah.
fire resistance potions, bros.
That's definitely something I want to do before I pass. Now
Because you will
speaking of
pass on
death-
that, yeah.
Speaking of death, I want to know, what is everyone's biggest fear?
Danny.
Ew.
Danny and his skinwalker dog.
Dude, he definitely is. No.
He's gonna stand up
God.
during one of the podcasts and say help.
He's gonna.
Nope.
Alright, but real answer though? Real answer? Probably the dentist. I am scared of the dentist and I don't know why.
You pussy.
I don't like them. My teeth are messed up and they're the reason why. But also because
Tony
I
eats
just
Because
have
somebody
stuff
brushed
like-
your teeth for you.
But yeah, I don't like the dentist. I hate the dentist. I don't like going there. They freak me out because laughing gas gives me a bad effects. I asked them about it before. They go, yeah, some people just get the reverse effects of it. So I'm kind of traumatized by laughing gas. So
Huh.
I'm not big on the dentist. That's my number one thing I'm pretty much scared of.
For
That's true.
a long time, mine was the dark. another very, very silly one.
That's not silly.
But I mean, I can't help it. But it's sort of like a kid fear.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a lot better than I used to be. But now I'd probably say death.
Wimp.
Because I'm so. Okay, yeah, that's the one you gotta say it to. Like, with the idea of. Okay, first off, I'm not religious, so.
How deep are we getting here, dude?
Not
Bro,
that.
hit
Not
a
that.
home run with this. Go all the way.
Just
This
the,
is gonna be a podcast in itself.
the thought of possible
there.
like eternal black kind of terrifies me, but at the same time, you're not going to be conscious, so you're not going to be able to be afraid of that.
Yeah.
So
It's a very
Before you were
metaphysical
born.
thing.
You don't remember that.
the
Well,
unknown
it
scares
sounds
me a whole
like-
lot.
It sounds like this guy's not coming to the volcano with us.
No, it's not. It's not all dark there. It's a lot of lava. It's very bright.
Yeah, but you can die there, dude. What if the lava hits
Nah.
Nah.
I mean, so long as I'm in the light, I don't care
You're
what
right.
happens.
you? It's true. Straight facts.
For me, I would say I'm pretty afraid of just like the ocean. Not like water in general, but just like the deep. Like I don't like going into the water, like the beach and stuff. I just don't like the deep ocean and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a good swimmer to begin with, but like I've gotten like dragged under waves and stuff, and I don't fuck with the ocean. I'm also afraid of heights. Whenever I'm just not on my 2 feet on like solid ground, just like at normal level, my brain freaks out.
You're just afraid of
Nice.
the world.
All right. What if what would happen if I threw you into a pool you couldn't see the bottom of?
Again, I'm
Oh.
fine in a pool, and also like a pool is like controlled. Like I just don't like the ocean for like the wildness, I guess. I don't even know how to explain it. In my head it makes sense, but like I'm fine in pools, and like even if I couldn't see the bottom of
Is
a
it
pool, I'd
the-
be fine.
Is it the creatures that lurk beneath?
Yeah,
No, it's
no,
not even
like-
that. It's just like
Like
I don't know.
pools don't have a riptide. That
They don't
can
have
drag you
sharks.
into
Also
the-
that.
All
Like,
right,
I got
well,
a funny
please,
story
pool,
about
my guy.
that, dude.
well, what
I
if
was
it
walking out
was-
in the ocean one time. What were you saying?
What if it was a really large pool you couldn't see the bottom of, and we had you
Oh
at
my
the
God.
top of an Olympic-sized
I'm just gonna-
diving
I'm gonna keep
station?
saying no, so you end these questions. Frankie, no.
Dude, it's like one time I was walking out at the beach, and there was a big ass fucking manta ray in front of me, and my mom was like, "Stop walking," because I would have stepped on it.
Bro.
I was like, "Well, I don't like the beach anymore." It's not like a fear
It's a
though. It's
shame you
just like, yeah, that would have been funny. Just stepped on a manta ray.
Oh God.
I don't think they would do anything really. It's like I feel like it's more of an accident if they mess you up.
They do something.
Didn't they kill the crocodile hunter like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought they launched. I thought somebody like launched it into him or something. Like they pulled
No.
it out. and
They're
It
out,
just
What?
stabs
That was
him
somebody
through
else.
the heart.
they're out to get him, man. They're out to get all of
R.I.P.
us.
Steve
Or
Irwin.
never mind. These manta rays are hostile out here. Yeah, but
Was
my
Manta your
biggest fear.
Man, right.
No, I didn't see it. I just knew it was there, and I was kind of like, okay, like I wasn't really like scared. I would say my biggest fear is probably apples. No,
So you're a
there's a
doctor.
funny story behind that as well.
You're a doctor.
I am a doctor. I'm not a doctor. But no, when I was little, an apple ripped out my first baby tooth, and I was kind of skeeved out by apples for like 10 years after that. Now I eat them like twice a day. But I would probably be pretty scared if like I fell into an animal enclosure with like some like bad looking motherfucker like of a tiger or something. That would be
Well,
pretty
that's just a
scary.
normal,
Pretty
like any normal person would be scared. Like that's not like an irrational fear, I would say.
Nah, get me in with those tigers. I'm the Tiger King, my guy.
Beat up the tiger.
You think you
Maybe
could
like a
pick
really
tiger?
out of shape one. Like a really starving.
A really fat, lazy tiger.
Or like one that's been starved to the point of like being a bag of bones, maybe. But even then, they're even more hungry then. You know, you never know. But yeah, I wouldn't say I have
What
any
about you,
like
Conrad?
irrational fears.
Okay.
For me, probably losing any part of my body freaks me out pretty hard. Like, I mean, like, the thought of not having my arms or anything freaks me out, but mostly, specifically, anything to do with my eyes or my genitalia. That's where, like, my brain goes into real panic mode. Like, anytime I've ever seen, like, some, like, meme or something, like, where it's like, wife cuts off husband's penis, I shut down, and I'm just like, ugh! It's just like, that freaks me out so hard.
I actually agree with that, yeah.
Just don't get
Like,
married.
That just makes me uncomfortable.
Exactly. That's the main reason.
Women
That's the main
Or
reason I'm
like,
not
even
doing
if
that.
like they implied that shit in like a movie of like
Yeah.
castration, that's I want to look away whenever, even if they don't show it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel that.
Anytime
yeah.
I've seen in a horror movie where I see like a drill or a knife up to somebody's eye, that's where I'm just like, nah, nope, no thank you.
Zone out there.
Mm-mm.
All right, but Conrad, what about if I cut your hair?
I'd probably die on the spot. That'd probably freak me out the most.
Dude, hold on. What if I cut off your fingernails?
Oh no. Not my nails.
This man has 10-foot nails. You heard it here first.
They're my best feature.
Oh god.
I have some questions myself.
Whoa.
What is your guys' favorite movie?
I'll start, because I'm not a big movie guy. Elf.
Classic.
That is a classic.
Classic.
You know, the big funny
Elf.
man, and he, yeah, Elf. Big funny man.
You definitely
What's his
remind
name,
me of
Will
Buddy.
Ferrell or something?
It
Yes,
is indeed
it's
Will
Will
Ferrell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the big funny
Don't
man. I
forget
like
Zoe
him.
Deschanel.
She was very pretty in that movie.
I share a birthday with her.
Nice.
Lucky man.
So
Dude, that's
we're
epic.
basically like
Basically the same
thing,
person.
You know.
You should definitely ask her
Basically.
out.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll say.
Yeah,
hey,
send her a letter.
Dude, I think that would do it.
Yeah, not creepy.
Not creepy.
Send her a Christmas card. And tell her your favorite movie is Elf.
Yeah, see how she reacts to that. It'd be funny.
Probably next to Tony. I'm not the biggest movie guy either. Like I'm just trying to think like off the top of my head. Like I maybe like anything made by. I think I like Edgar Wright as director. Like Baby Driver and Shaun of the Dead are all up there for me. So I would probably say like
Yeah.
I'll just say Baby Driver.
How can a baby drive a car, though?
With his earbuds in.
Explain that, atheist.
Are we talking like one
Yeah.
baby manning the steering wheel and hitting the pedals, or are we talking like a couple
No,
babies?
that's impossible, dude. No,
Dude,
it's
I'm
gotta
not
be
gonna
a
spoil
Just a
the
team.
very
movie for you.
tall baby.
A 6-foot baby, dude. Just ripped open
Yeah,
the
it's
mom.
it's a grown-sized baby.
Well, for me, my favorite movie probably has to go to Spider-Man 2. The Raimi,
Good movie.
Why
Raimi
not
director.
3?
Because that came out, what'd you say?
Nostalgic.
Why not Spider-Man 3?
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of reasons.
Dude, that's the funniest one.
Well, first of all,
Definitely
Spider-Man
the funniest
2
one.
was probably one of the earliest movies I saw that I could like remember, like that my brain was fully developed enough to actually process that I'm watching a movie.
Okay.
And I was I still am, but I was a huge Spider-Man fan when I was a little kid. Like I would draw pictures of him constantly. So yeah, that movie really hits home with me.
Is that why you dedicated your life to working out? You wanted to be strong like Spider-Man?
No, Spider-Man is probably the worst icon to work out because he's a really scrawny teenage boy. I think
He didn't do
Dragon
anything to
Ball
get his
Z,
muscles.
Are you?
Probably
your
Dragon Ball Z was what got
inspiration
me
more
into
like the Hulk or the Thing?
Neither, dude. Marvel is not good workout motivation. I'm telling you, Dragon Ball Z is where it's at.
Okay.
All right, Nate. What about you?
My favorite movie is between The Princess Bride and Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, those are good movies.
I mean, luckily one's a live action and one's an animated, so I can say my favorite animated movie is Spider-Verse and favorite live action is Princess Bride.
You got them there.
It's just
Nice.
nostalgic.
Fair enough.
I'd
And
have
now
to
the movie
say,
buffs.
man, I mean, Forrest Gump is just a classic. You know, that's
Oh,
not obvious.
definitely.
I could
Yeah.
watch
Forrest Gump
that
is
movie
great.
I think I could
Is
always
it bad? I've never seen that movie.
watch that movie.
You've never
God,
seen
Danny,
it? I'm gonna
what's
crucify
wrong
with
you.
you? This
How
is
am
why
I
I don't talk to
rooming
you,
with
Danny.
you? Dude, it's over.
But as far as I think, dude, Monty Python and the Holy Grail will always hold a very special place in my heart. So I think I'm gonna have to dedicate that to my favorite.
That's a good one.
Funny movie. Yeah. I've talked about this outside the podcast a lot, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say his name again. David Lynch is he is my favorite person on the earth, and Eraserhead, at the moment, is my favorite movie. That movie creates a tone that I haven't seen in anything else. It's an ever-changing tone. It's one of the only movies that have ever made me legitimately uncomfortable. And it helped me look at movies differently, honestly. Like every shot looks like a painting. Like everything looks great and looks purposeful. So I'd probably have to go with Eraserhead for now. Might change,
Nice.
but for now, Eraserhead.
Do you think there will be a movie dedicated to David Lynch himself?
I hope so, and I hope I make it. Because I love that maniac man. He's a genius
Get in
of
touch
being
with
a
him.
crazy person.
Like, yo, Mr.
I will.
Lynch, I want to make a movie about you, but I need to know every detail about your life. And then he'll be like, ew, creep.
Get out of my house! How did you get in here?
How about, what are your 3 favorite songs?
3.
Yikes.
Top
I
You
like
can't make
too
up
many.
3, just
That's
say
a lot
your,
of
just say your
songs.
favorite.
I like a lot.
Can I say my favorite
Well-
band?
We'll let it down to 3. Favorite band? Do you want to do favorite band instead? That easier for you simpletons?
I'll do 3
Oh,
songs. I'll do
sorry.
3.
Pretty simple.
Bro,
Alright,
first
give your
episode,
favorite
I'm
band
already
if you
coming
can't-
at each other.
If you can't come up with 3 favorite songs.
I think I can give one. So,
Alright, go for it.
my top song is definitely Hold On Till May by Pierce the Veil. I don't know why, but I love it, and it gets me every time I hear it. If I had to choose another 2 songs, it's tough because I like a lot of different songs, but I think Sweet by AU5, Life and Arctic, I believe
Aw.
that's who made them. That's definitely up
Such a
there, along
classic.
with Waking Dreams, I think VIP Mix by, oh man, I don't remember their name. But
It's 2/3, isn't it?
who?
2/3? Or is that another song?
It might be 2/3, yeah, but that song, definitely up there. That'd be my top 3 right now. I love those songs and could listen to them all day.
nice.
Some good songs. It's from our childhood too.
Yeah.
You're a little EDM head.
Yep.
Bro, Monster
Anyone
Cat.
else?
It's my favorite artist.
Yeah,
I'm
Monster Cat's
joking.
my favorite artist.
That's an old joke. I think I'll go next because I have a couple favorites on deck. These are in no order. These are just a generalized top 3 songs. But I would have to say, "Never Far Away" by Jack White is just a very peaceful song, and it brings me happiness
Nice.
every time I listen to it. And then I would have to go with Home by the Foo Fighters, because again, that's just a really chilled out, kind of slower song. Makes me think about life in different ways.
Okay.
And as a third, it's hard to throw one in over the other. Man.
If you have 2 in mind, just say both. Say it's a tie.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so then tied for the third spot would be Sail Away, Sweet Sister by Queen. That's a classic. And the other one in that spot would probably be Dazed and Confused by Led Zeppelin. Because they are one of my favorite all-time bands. And that is
Great.
that is one of the I think it might be the first song that I heard from them and then could realize, oh, this is Led Zeppelin, and think, yeah, man, I like this.
Nice.
As a wee lad, but yeah, that would have to be my list.
I have a question for you, Sean.
Shoot,
Why are we fighting Foo?
the Foo? You've never?
I
Have you
mean,
ever
he's
seen-
kind of asking the real question.
Have you ever seen the Foo with your own eyes, Tom?
No. I've heard it's kind of scary, so I've averted my eyes, but I
it's
do
an
want to know
evil
why we are
beast.
fighting Foo.
It's an evil beast that would probably destroy all of music and the world and everything that is good. So, big shout out to the Foo Fighters, every day getting up and keeping on that battle of fighting the
They're
Foo.
protecting the whole world.
They really are. The universe, I'd say, actually.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna be a sad day. It's gonna be a sad day when we lose them.
Don't even say that to me, Nate.
That's when the universe collapses.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's-
Dave Grohl will stay
that's-
alive forever.
That's my biggest fear, is Dave Grohl dying.
The Keanu Reeves of music.
He really is.
Oh my god.
I love that man. I would love to meet that man one day. That would be on my bucket list too. Meet Dave Grohl.
Oh, nice. And then you could
Anyone else
ask
got
him
any
what
flares?
inspired him to fight Foo.
Yeah, write him a letter.
Write him a letter.
3 favorite songs. 90 by Jaden Smith. Second half of that song makes me cry like every time. Yesterday by No Name. It's a good reminder of things being good in the past, and that means they can be good in the future. And then Denim by Laundry Day, because it's also beautiful and I like to sing it. It's very fun.
Yo, you want to give us a sample?
No.
Well,
Fuck you.
I asked.
That'll be a different episode.
Oh, we'll do a
The episode
podcast
where we all sing
dedicated
the
to
entire
it.
time. I'll sing one note at the very end.
I got 3 songs.
There you go. Good job, Danny. Give
it-
it.
In no particular order. I would say What I Got by Sublime. Feed the Horses by Thank You Scientist.
Okay.
And probably White Ferrari by Frank Ocean.
Alright, I got another question
yeah.
for you, Danny.
Yo.
Why are we thanking the scientists?
For everything that they've done in making beautiful music.
Why? What
Yeah,
scientists?
we're
Like,
thanking
Man.
all of them? Or are we physicists, biologists? Like, is it a specific one?
Yes.
The studies would disagree.
Now, Danny, I have another question for you, Danny.
What?
Are you scared of Frank Ocean?
Dude, where's the Frank Ocean? I don't know where it is on the map.
Like, if you fell into Frank Ocean, would you be scared
Dude, if I
of the
fell into
sea
Frank
animals
Ocean's
or just
arms,
the
I
depth?
think I'd be happy.
Oh. Alright. Good
So
answer.
that is the only ocean that Danny likes, is Frank.
Let me think here. I got a couple. So, I'd probably say Disorder by Joy Division. Just because the song is like very melodic, but at the same time has a very uncomfortable tone about it. It's like it's both melodic and uneasy at the same time. I really like that. I haven't heard any other artist combine those kinds of ideas and make it sound good. Wesley's Theory by Kendrick Lamar, because I will always be dancing to that song in the car. It just also reminds me of being with the boys.
Clap, clap.
Like, I love it. Love that song. And then I'd say maybe Big Dipper by Death Grips.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I gotta shout out my man Stefan for being a psycho, and Big Dipper is, well, the first half of the song, I love how crazy and weird it sounds, but then the end of the song is a glitch solo, which is, I've never heard a glitch solo in a song before, where they
Sounds
just take
dope.
the audio and screw with it, and they just, it's ridiculous, and I love it. I love my weird stuff.
Conrad, Would you
Pretty
do
weird
you think
yourself.
of yourself as a Big Dipper or a Little Dipper?
Do you have to have these stupid questions after episode?
I mean, he's
I
asking real
am a
questions
little
here.
dipper. And physically, I am definitely a little dipper.
Why would you
That's
associate
okay.
yourself
What about
as a Little Dipper?
You know, I'm good at hiding in places, and I'm good at I'm good at, you know, kind of minimizing myself in a situation and becoming a ghost, pretty much, because I am a small, not very standouty kind of white person, so I feel like I can hide very well. So that's why I would consider myself a small dipper.
That makes sense. I respect it.
Very nice.
You got anything, Frank?
I kind of refuse to answer the question. I plead the
Because
fifth.
it's just
No, I'm
disturbed,
joking. No, I don't have favorite songs mainly because I use music to sort of amplify the motivation or whatever I'm feeling in that moment. So, an example would be driving to the gym. I listen to some type of metal, whether it be Disturbed is one of my go-tos, like you said, yeah. But also, like on the way back, I'll listen to something more chill. Playboy Cardi's a go-to on the way back. Definitely a necessity for fishing trips. But yeah, I can't really say favorite songs because I bounce back and forth between so many genres and time frames of songs, and you know, I just vibe to everything.
What's your thoughts on
Fair
Kelly
enough.
Muscle?
Well, honestly, that kind of throws my whole answer out the window. Cali Muscle. In fact, I have 4 not favorite songs, favorite albums. Cali Muscle, Money and Muscle 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the greatest musical productions ever created by mankind.
Named them all. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god.
There's 4 albums, yeah. Each one
Jeez.
surpasses the other, but it's impossible because they're the best. So they can't even surpass it because they're just that good.
Dude,
You can't
he's a-
compare it to anything
He's a god
else.
amongst men.
Dude, he is.
Jim is
He's
like
got
my
amongst
girlfriend
muscles.
is definitely the best though.
That's
a
definitely
great
one
song.
to check out. And for anybody watching this video, definitely check out that one.
Alright, well, I have a couple questions. So, what's everybody's favorite home-cooked meal?
Oh boy.
Spaghetti. A nice
Wow.
home-cooked spaghetti
Very,
with meatballs, maybe
very
even meat sauce,
avant-garde.
garlic bread. Oh man, that's the sauce right there. I could
No,
eat
the sauce
spaghetti
is the
every day
sauce.
if it's homemade, man. Yeah, the sauce is the sauce, man.
The sauce
Fried
is the sauce.
rice.
You heard it here first.
Don't get lost in the sauce.
Bro, some homemade meatballs and garlic bread with spaghetti. Oh, you can't get any better than that.
Speaking of pasta dishes, my mom makes a recipe that her grandma gave her, and it's typical Italian recipe where it's not written down anywhere, and you don't. It's just like she just like knows it, but she doesn't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like a, but it's fucking good.
Nice.
Fried rice with chicken. As in, there's chicken in the fried rice. There you go.
Just chicken and fried
Nice,
rice.
Well,
Nice.
Do you
As
like to have
for-
it with any sauce? Any specific sauce?
Yeah, I pour ranch all over it.
very nice.
You like a nice white chicken and rice?
I mean soy sauce, that's it.
Yeah, soy sauce and rice, man. That hits different.
Yeah,
It
the
does.
white person way to eat Asian food. Pour soy sauce on it.
Definitely.
I'd say, as for home cooked meals, my mother makes a bomb. It's London broil steak with fettuccine alfredo, pasta, and some kind of vegetable on the side. For my go-to meals, there's times where I would eat 2 steaks a day, ribeyes, and tacos is always a necessity as well. Lots
What
of
about
hot sauce.
the Frank burger?
I do cook a lot of Frank burgers. It's like a regular burger, except just better than any other one that you've tasted before. So yeah, I'd have to recommend that for you guys as well.
Hold on, can we go back to that London broil? I was really about to get off to that. That sounds delicious.
So it's like it's just a different cut of beef, and then there's like this special onion sauce that gets poured on top of it, and you can also like there's shredded onions in it, but you can either just use the sauce or you can put the onions on top as well, depending on like the texture that you like. And then the fettuccine alfredo is like probably the best tasting pasta I've ever had.
Oh my god.
Like obviously anything with tomato sauce is a go-to, but that shit is like on another level. It's a completely different type of taste.
Yeah,
And then obviously just some random vegetable like carrots or whatever,
you can count me out on the carrots. I just want the good stuff, okay?
Vegetables not important. I mean, for me it is, but like if you don't care about that stuff,
Look,
just
carrots
the
not
other
your
two.
favorite meal. It's everything else around the carrots.
Yeah, I eat a lot of spinach. Probably eat like
Spinach is good.
4 cups of spinach a day. You like the taste of spinach?
Yeah, I like spinach.
You're a madman. It tastes like acidic grass to me.
Really?
Dude, spinach is great, especially sauteed.
Yes.
But I will say, well, I don't cook my spinach. I just eat it straight out of the container because I'm lazy fuck. But I will say, if you take spinach, and I learned this from 4-time world's strongest man Brian Shaw. Not that I've met him. It was in a YouTube video. I wish I met him. But it was, you just take like 2 handfuls of spinach, just 2 fat handfuls, some orange juice, and it just tastes like frothy orange juice. It's a good way to get more greens.
Nice. What if you have small
Pretty
hands, though?
Then you do 4. 4 handfuls. Or 3.
Flipping Burger King hands.
Nice.
How about you,
I'd say
Sean?
for me, favorite food, favorite home cooked meal has got to be my mom's homemade chicken noodle soup.
Ooh.
That is the best, and nothing will ever surpass that in my mind. I gotta
Very
get
nice.
her recipe one day because it's just the best chicken noodle soup I've ever had. I get it. You know, every time you go somewhere to a restaurant, they say, super salad, and I go, soup, of course. And they always have a chicken noodle.
It's classic.
But nothing will ever be as good as my mom's homemade chicken noodle.
I'm coming over right now. I'm gonna force her to make me this chicken noodle soup.
If she's
at
making it for
gunpoint.
anybody, it's gonna be me.
I'll tell her it's for you, but then I'll have it, you know?
I'll fucking kill you. I'll kill you for the soup, dummy. Don't think I
I
won't.
don't know, man. I like soup
Don't think I
too.
won't. Don't think I won't, them. It's my favorite.
It's a
Kill
battle to the death for this chicken noodle soup.
I know I'll win it. I know. I'll
I
win a
would like
battle
to
against
participate in this battle.
No.
Count me out if Frankie's involved. He'll look at me and I'll disintegrate.
you. Frankie has been disqualified from the battle. And
Dude, there's no
Tony's
rules in
already dropped out.
fucking. There's no rules.
Frankie
in
is
deathmatch,
banned. He
so.
keeps folding people.
That was a one-time thing.
So, in terms of home cooked meals, I really enjoy a good milk steak. I do enjoy. My mom makes chicken fried steak. And it's
Nice.
pretty great. She makes it. She tops it off with this white gravy. And it's like a real like Western home cooked meal thing. And I have it. I have a side of cookies and beer with it, just to really,
Dude, it's a
really
go-to in the
cap
corn
off the
house.
experience.
What kind of cookies
Yeah.
In
and
the
beer,
household
though?
of corn.
Oreos and Heineken. It's the only way. It's the only way.
Double
Dude,
stuffed,
why not,
right?
like-
Every meal.
Chips Ahoy and I don't drink beer or eat cookies, so I don't have any trouble.
Or like chocolate
Corona.
chip and Corona, maybe. Yeah, maybe, but preferably Heineken and Oreos.
Is it double stuffed Oreos?
No, because the fucking cookie falls off because it's not as smushed as the originals. So I'm also trying to lose weight, so I try not to.
Oreo thins.
I try not to eat double stuff.
Oreo
Yeah,
thins.
I keep it original. You know, I keep it original.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I have a question now. You said milk steak. Are we talking like whole milk, skim, chocolate? I need to know what kind of milk this is.
If he's not going
2%.
whole milk, I lose
2%.
respect.
2%.
I lost respect for you.
2%.
2% milk, 98% steak.
Oh, I like the odds of that. I like that one. Because if it's whole milk, it's 100% milk. There's no steak.
Exactly.
That's
Dude, you gotta make room for the steak.
Yeah.
It's the only way it works.
Oh my god.
And if you do 1%, then you got too much steak. You gotta balance it out.
Yeah, you don't taste any milk if it's 1%.
Exactly. The milk is the best part.
Hands
Um, So my other question that I have is, what character do you guys each identify with? And this is from anything, from books, movies, TV, even a song. If there's a character in a song,
Just media in
Video
general.
games?
or video games, even. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I got mine. I identify pretty heavily with May from Night in the Woods. I don't think any of you guys know what that game is.
I don't.
Never heard of it.
It's just a very story-driven cartoon game, left and right platformer. But the main character May has like a speech near the end of the game about like her problems with depression and like insomnia, and it's pretty much one-to-one to how I feel most of the time, and sort of just the way she acts, it always just reminds me of me. It's a great game. You guys should play it or watch it if you don't want it.
Is she like May from Pokemon?
No, she's a cat.
Oh. I
Oh,
see.
jeez.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
god,
a
we're
furry
getting very
game.
niche.
It's
Nice.
it's like an animal where there's like cat people and like dog people, but there's also like you can see
You're not
just like
making the
normal
situation
squirrels
better.
in the background and shit. It's good. Don't let the cat girl fool you.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Steering this
kinda like
conversation back to
Dust,
normal.
How you play as a fox guy, but then there's like normal
Yeah.
deer and stuff in the game.
Another game that no one knows.
Oh, I know, but it's a great game. I love that game.
Anyone else got one?
Oh, I would say it's not a video game. I would say Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I identify with his personality mainly, and just his overall doneness with everything around him.
You gotta get the hair, Danny. You gotta get the
Oh,
the
God.
warrior's
Yeah.
wolf
So
tail.
this is a warrior's
to grow
wolf
that out.
tail.
What about you, Tony?
That kid from Stranger Things. I don't know his name, but I look just like him. That's the only reason. He looks like a younger man.
The one with the
Good.
hair, the long hair.
Yeah, the long hair.
Richie. No,
Her
not
name's
that.
like 11.
That's from.
Hmm?
It's the same actor from It.
Yes.
Yeah, Phil Wolford.
Yes. That dude. I identify with him on a personal level in terms of looks.
He also tries to make he makes music too. So I guess
Oh, sick.
you guys have that. Dude, make some stuff, then you'll be just like him.
And I'll be like, hey, you want to make music? And go, ew, creep.
No, it'll be
actually,
like, why am I in my house? What is this weird mirror?
Is this me when I'm
Another
older?
character from this character from Stranger Things I shared a pair of pants with.
Nice.
What?
Please explain.
What?
Stop talking.
For
What the hell are you
So-
talking about, dude?
I can't remember his name of the show, but
Then-
he's the
then-
shorter guy with like the like slight lisp, you know?
Dustin?
Dustin,
Yeah,
yeah,
Dustin.
from the show. He was in a production of Cinderella in New Jersey,
Oh.
and in our production of Cinderella that I was in, he had the same pants that I did.
Okay.
Hey,
So,
Connor, what,
like the
what
same-
I
character do
wore
you
the same
identify
pants
with?
as Dustin.
That is a really weird but like really cool like Easter egg fact.
Dude, I felt so
Yeah.
cool when that happened.
Nice.
And we played the same character too.
Dude, basically you're famous already.
Yeah, dude.
so I'm basically
You
him,
should
yeah.
you should send the Dustin actor a letter that you wore his pants and see how he reacts.
sent-
but don't
I
give
sent
him
him
a
a
crazy
DM.
explanation.
I sent him a DM. He never replied. I wonder why.
Did you really?
Yeah. I sent him a picture. I was like, "We're the same character, and I'm wearing your pants."
That's not creepy.
Nice.
Not creepy at all.
I was a younger man. I didn't
What
understand.
the fuck?
You wore these pants. Now I'm wearing them.
Our crotches are rubbing up together.
Oh god.
Yeah,
All right,
he's a
moving
minor,
on.
So,
Moving on. Actually, I have like 3 similar archetype characters that I really
Big
vibe
muscle.
with. Definitely Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. If there's any JoJo fans out there, Jotaro from Part 3, and an American show, definitely like Zuko from Avatar.
Can you go Super Saiyan?
Don't spoil it for Conrad. He's still watching. He's still watching it.
Dude, Zuko shows up in the first episode, and the show came out in like 2009. I think it's okay.
Come on,
Good point.
Frankie, can you go Super Saiyan?
I might fart if I
Don't.
tried.
Don't clip the audio.
Do it.
Man, a character that I identify with. That's hard to say. I think just off the top of my head, I'd have to go with definitely Zorro, just 'cause that man put his family, above everything, and worked hard to protect them. And I think that's a pretty honorable thing to do. So, Zorro, I'm looking at you. Family comes first. Protect them at all costs.
Nice.
I have two people in mind.
Beer and a cookie.
Yeah, my two favorite people.
That should be my answer. But I'm thinking Tommy from Goodfellas, played by Joe Pesci, just because we have the same length of a fuse and also talk the same often. We're just both mad and can't take a joke sometimes. Or maybe Scott Pilgrim, just because we have some direct similarities, like we both play a Rickenbacker, me less than him, but we both do some outrageous things in the name of simping over a girl. So
You fought a League of X's on your own.
I don't know about 7, but I haven't fought any exes, but I have done some stupid things in the name of simping. But that's the past. I am a king now, and
I don't think you can play
He
yourself
means he
one.
hasn't left the house in months.
yes, exactly. Because why would I leave my castle?
Yeah, exactly.
There's beer and cookies
You don't
everywhere.
you don't
No need
see the
for
king walking
companionship.
around Wawa. All right, you see him at the throne.
Spoken like a true
Exactly.
What if your throne is at Wawa?
Then I will be at Wawa. I will be eating them sweet cream soft pretzels.
Ooh.
Yeah, then you're the
Those
king of
things are
Wawa,
amazing.
and you make lots of money.
And be morbidly
I
obese.
wish I was the king of Wawa. I would definitely eat all the food if I was the king of Wawa.
Same.
That food would be mine. That would be the surcharge.
I already have a
of every
problem
store.
eating too much when I work, because I work at Wawa, so I know the issue with, good food everywhere, I'm gonna buy it all.
I had that problem at Chick-fil-A. Anytime they're like, we're going to throw this out because it's the end of the night, I'm like, oh, let me get the large of that, and I'll also get the small. It's just like, oh, God. Just the mac and
man.
cheese. It's
What's
ridiculous.
that?
No,
Catering size? Yeah, I'll take it.
We did it before, man. We did it before. No, dude, I like to just flex on all the coworkers and bring my own food, and then just growl at them when they walk past me.
Assert dominance.
I don't have any
Growl.
friends there.
You're only there for business.
Dude, I'm there to commit business, bro.
Business and ass slaps.
Business.
There's a lot of spanking going on in that kitchen.
God.
Alright, question time. So I have a weird question. I was just thinking, I don't know. I said, what's the largest animal you think you can take in a fight?
A small chimp. You ever see those chimps like running around for food because they can't find it in like that foreign country? That's so vague.
Yeah, what?
A chimp that, like, if it's standing on its legs, like, straight back, it reaches my hip. That's the
Okay.
max chimp I can get.
You
So a
think
baby.
You can take something that
Yeah, an
also has
infant chimp.
thumbs.
Okay, maybe not a chimp,
A
a monkey.
newborn.
How about, like, its max height, it'll reach my hip. How about that?
What
It's
about
not
like
a
a
baby.
pygmy, the pygmy monkeys?
What, the ones that are, like, that would only be,
that
like,
can
my
fit in your
shin?
hand.
I
Yeah.
want a hip-sized monkey.
I feel like a pygmy would be a pretty even match.
Okay, fine.
No, I'm joking.
Take me little.
I joke.
I want to fight a monkey. I
Then
want to beat up a monkey.
Go to a zoo.
do it. Fight your little monkey.
I can't. They kicked me out last time.
Rip.
Well, opposite side of the spectrum. I'll handle a giraffe.
You could not get giraffe.
No.
I will take a giraffe.
Dude, it would kill you.
I will make it trip on itself, and then I go for the eyes.
That's simple.
No,
It is-
Empire
it's
Strikes
that
Back
to
is that
Star
bitch,
Wars.
man.
Yeah, I was about to say he
Yeah.
would tie a rope around its legs and just run around. And
No, I'm assuming this is take an animal, hands only, got no weapons or anything.
Yeah.
Interpret it however you want.
I'm taking a giraffe.
Good fucking
Tony's losing his
Good luck
fight.
with that giraffe.
Well, the only
Yeah,
way
I'm
to
betting
find
on a
out
giraffe
is
here.
the only way to find out is if I fight a giraffe in real life. So I'm gonna take a giraffe down one
Dude,
day.
let's do it.
Oh,
I'll
like
do
I've
it.
been saying, bro, go to the flippin' zoo, dude.
I'm doing it. Nate and I will both go and take on our animals the same day.
And then when we finish, we'll fight each other to see who the king of the jungle is.
Yeah.
Who the alpha will be.
And if Tony takes down a giraffe, I think I'm fucked.
What about you, Sean?
The largest animal I think I can take in a fight. Oh man. Oh dude, you know, I'm gonna hype myself up here, okay?
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
so this is the battlefield, right? We're on solid ground, right? Just dust as far as the eye can see. I think I can take on a gator, dude.
Oh.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a realistic thing, though.
Cause people, you know, as long as you can get around and keep its mouth shut, if you can keep the mouth shut, then that's a sealed win. Cause they can't
Exactly.
open their mouths nearly as powerfully as they can chomp down. So
Okay.
as long as you can get on top and close that mouth right away, I think I could realistically win that fight.
How long do you think you'll be sitting there holding its mouth down?
Oh man. As long as it takes, I'm winning this fight.
Okay.
Maybe give it a couple, jabs with the knee while I hold its mouth.
You think you'd hurt it? It's got some pretty good scales.
Yeah, it might hurt. It might hurt you.
Eventually, I think I'd hurt it, dude.
You think you'll just essentially choke it out to death? You'll choke it, or you'll starve it to death? You'll just outlive it?
I could go for the eyes, just
Okay.
give him a quick jab. But I think realistically, I could take one down.
Okay.
But it's gotta be on dry land. If we're in the water, I'm dead.
It's over in water.
Oh yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Yup.
I think I could probably take a cow.
That's a good answer.
You gonna go
Like-
cow tipping?
First of all, yeah, that would work probably the best if I just kept shoving it. But I think if we both stayed on our feet, it would look like the end of a Rocky movie where I'm just hitting this thing and running around and hitting this thing, and it's just taking every punch until the end. But I think eventually, I definitely could take a cow.
Okay.
Milk it to death, too.
You'll eat it after?
Kill two birds with one stone. Get a drink and, take out the cow.
And a good ribeye.
You also got some good meat.
Yeah.
What about you, Frankie?
What do you guys think I could take?
S-
A
A
slightly
lemur?
bigger chimp
a
than
baby hippo.
A baby hippo.
Probably could.
I don't. Have you fucking seen hippos, dude?
That's why I said
Baby.
baby.
I said a
hippo.
baby one. I don't know how
Even
big
a
the
baby hippo. Baby hippos are small, but they're heavy.
But as a
That
baby,
way heavy
He doesn't. He
cross.
doesn't have to lift it. He doesn't have to give it a pile driver. He just has to, do other things than that. You just have to push it until it dies. It's a baby.
I
From,
don't
don't
know,
even
dude.
comprehend
Pile
what's
driver's
going on.
Kind of my go-to.
how confident are you in your strength?
Can we Google how heavy a rhino is?
What about
Relatively
dexterity?
confident in my strength. What does that mean? Like
What?
Do you think that
durability?
you're fast?
Like how-
You're mobile?
I think I'm mobile. I wouldn't say like that's my specialty, but I would say probably compared to the average American, I'm mobile.
How does an ape or a gorilla sound?
I don't think there's a human on Earth that can fight a gorilla, and an ape can like rip your face off. So
You can rip the ape's face off.
yeah, with my fingernails.
Yeah, switch faces.
Fucking get it back.
I think if I put the ape in like a full Nelson, that I could hold him there. How about that?
Yeah, maybe.
So there's a possibility you could take on an ape. I think we're gonna say that's your biggest.
I think if the circumstances are ideal, and I got him in a full Nelson, then I can just like put him into like push him into a wall, something stupid.
You can be an ape.
But otherwise, I think the ape would rip my face off.
Fair.
Frankie, actually, I think you probably could take the biggest animal of all. You probably could take a whale if you just get in there and you rip out its heart, bro. Yeah.
I think I could take
No,
a
You
like,
whale.
like
you gotta
Moby
navigate.
I think I
Like
could take a
episode
whale
6,
on if
take
it
it
was
out
out
from the
of
inside.
water.
I
just
think
have to
could-
wait.
well, I'm pretty sure, yeah, air could fucking do that if it was out of water, dude. I think I could take a whale if I like Moby Dicked it, went inside, and just slowly ate it, like, and lived off of it for the rest of my life.
Exactly. You wouldn't even have to rush. You could, cook it while you're in there. Really just, take your time.
Yeah,
All right.
just really put the onion sauce on it.
Frankie versus
Yeah.
a kangaroo. Who's winning that
Ooh,
fight?
that's a good question.
Dude, kangaroos kick like hell.
One's got the big muscle on the arm, the other one's got the big muscle on the leg.
Are you kidding me, dude? Kangaroos are like fully muscled. They just have smaller arms
Just like
and
more
legs.
so on the legs, I'd say you
Yeah, but
might
their
have a
arms are
beat with
still
the
stronger
arms,
than, like,
'cause their arms are kind of like small. You've got really big ones,
If a kangaroo,
I mean,
kicked
I've seen
Frankie,
people punch kangaroos.
he'd break his ribs.
But here's the thing, like,
Yeah.
you've seen the video of like the dude with his dog and the kangaroo, and he just decks the kangaroo,
Yeah.
and the kangaroo just runs away. So
Yeah, but this kangaroo wants to fight you.
okay,
You're
so
fighting this kangaroo.
if it was that kangaroo that looks like it's on steroids, I think it would kill me. But like like a little like pussy like scaredy cat kangaroo, I think I would take him on.
Okay.
A small kangaroo.
Or just a skittish one.
Yeah, like one that falls out of the pouch. I think you could probably take that one.
Peter's gonna
Yeah,
hear
a
this,
newborn
and we're not
kangaroo.
even gonna be able to get this episode out.
Shut your mouth. Editor, edit him out.
Get the last question, Danny.
Oh. So,
Give it
we're
to
all
me.
good friends in real life, and it's only the first episode where I decided to divide the channel right now by asking we're in a pandemic, the world's about to end. Who you trusting on this podcast to help you survive?
Tony.
Did you say you?
I said Tony.
Oh, I thought you said me, and I was like, okay.
I thought that's what you said too.
said that too.
I mean, it'd be Tony, because I've known Tony the longest. I trust that we'd be able to get along in a life or death situation. We have that chemistry to live through an apocalypse.
I agree.
If Tony's dead, then I'll go with Frankie, because he's strong.
It's big, he's strong.
He big, he's strong. He cook food.
He can
I'd
get
become a
famous
housewife.
Frank burger.
A Frank burger in the apocalypse, yeah.
So
I mean,
I
hey,
s-
if there's
I'll
ever a
say
food to make
this.
in the apocalypse, it's burgers.
I trust all of you. Maybe not so much Danny. I live with the guy. I think he'd want to kill me if we lived together any longer in an apocalypse.
I would definitely eat you.
Yeah, but I like that this
Like, we have
question.
food, and I would still do it.
This question sets us up perfectly. If no other podcasts come out after this, it's because we tore each other apart after this.
It's because I tore you apart.
Bold
Tore Danny
words.
apart.
But if I had
And
to
someone
pick
else tells
someone
me apart.
specific, I might go with Sean. I think that he has a
Hey.
very level-headed mind and could definitely, keep things kind of relatively sane.
And
I've been betrayed.
I can
That's why I
track,
asked the
I
question.
can hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go with Sean simply because of hunting.
I'm a useful man.
Yeah, you're not only good-looking, but you're useful.
So we've got one Tony and two Seans.
I would go with Conrad also because I could sacrifice him to the pillagers that are attacking us. I run away.
Thanks.
Dude, you got a point.
Dude, I would snatch up your giraffe ass and throw you away. I think we both have that understanding that we would betray
and I
each
think
other
that's why we'd
immediately.
survive.
Well, you know what? I would take Conrad as well, but not for the reason you might think. I would take Conrad so we could practice wrestling moves on each other and then use it on villagers.
I was gonna say I
a
might
great
take
idea.
Conrad because he can wrestle. So if anyone tries to get into a skirmish with us, I know he'll have my
Then
back.
he can just get shot.
I
while
got
he
you,
looks
Sean.
cool.
I got you.
For second choice, I might have to go with Frankie because he knows about foods. So if we gotta live off the land, I think he could point out some of the things that are edible and what are not edible.
I feel like he'd get you killed with poison berries. He'd be like, yeah, those look pretty good to me.
What do you mean, bro? I don't trust any berries.
And then he'd cook you up.
He might cook me up.
No one.
Well, that's why
No
you're
one
my
wants
first
me,
choice. That's why you're my first choice, Conrad.
I love you, Sean.
Honestly, I think combining all our efforts could be somewhat valid. Like, if we
That
all were
wasn't
together.
the question.
No, like,
I
I'm just
wanted
saying,
to-
no.
I
If we
wanted
combine our
arguments to
efforts, I
happen.
think we would have a good chance. But taking just one of us, two of us rather, a pair, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. I think probably my first choice would probably be Sean. Just his knowledge of the wilderness would definitely help. Because that's the first place I'm going in an apocalypse is the wilderness, going completely off the grid. I don't know, probably Frank, if not that. Just because I feel like in the apocalypse he could get me in good shape. He could really,
Finally, it took the
accomplish
apocalypse for you
my
to
goal.
finally get into good shape.
I think
Dude,
it's just
right?
being
Call
the
it
apocalypse.
Nothing else to
post-apocalyptic
do.
workouts.
Exactly. Dude. But yeah, those
dude, we
are
could work
probably-
out
Sean as
together.
Frankie then. Sean and Frankie together makes the ultimate apocalypse survival team.
Yeah, dude, Sean knows how to track the food. I can beat up the food. And
Perfect.
I could beat up the food.
I mean, if
yeah,
you bring
Sean find
Conrad,
deer, I
though,
punch deer.
if you bring Conrad,
I
it's
drink
an
beer.
infinite supply of beer and cookies.
Exactly.
Yeah, he just regurgitates it after
exactly
years
where
of
to
beer and
find
cookies. He
So
sweats beer and cookies.
Sean and Frank are the ultimate duo, and me and Tony are the bum duo. I see.
I feel like me and Conrad would be a good duo because we're both crazy enough just to survive. Like
Yeah.
no one would challenge us. Like
Yeah,
we could
our-
raid
our-
places.
Our first idea encountering a different village would be alright, so we gotta kill them and eat them. That's our only option.
They're like, you guys have food. Yeah, no, but we gotta eat you still. Just it's tradition.
I think you guys would talk
You're
each
just
other
you're a
into like a
threat because you
suicide
breathe.
pact.
Yeah.
Probably.
You'd be like, this whole apocalypse thing, it's not for us. Let's just make a pact and say, screw it.
Now let's just make a post-apocalyptic podcast and then post it for all the zombies to look at.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's record us eating each other. I think that
Yes.
should work pretty well.
That'd be
I
fun.
think we should. Okay, let's.
Cannibalism mukbang.
Who's the first one to go?
We ended on cannibalism.
Yeah, we had on
Yeah,
that.
I think that's a good
And
way.
we ended on a lighthearted note.
Ended on cannibalism.
I
Are we
endorse
doing a
eating
separate
my
outro? Are we
friends.
doing an outro right now?
Well, moving on from cannibalism, I hope you guys found some entertainment in our wacky conversations. Hopefully you can maybe even subscribe to our channel. We are planning on doing more podcasts, highlights, etc. As time goes on. We want to do it as some kind of regular time interval, whether it be every 2 weeks or every week. But bear with us right now. We're still learning how this stuff works. Also, just be tuned in for more crazy stuff, like we were talking about earlier, skits, just all types of stuff. Sky's the limit. Really hope you guys enjoyed this. And Outlets signing out.
Bye-bye.